How would you be a terrible lesbian?
Someone know what to do. I'd be nervous. Like I've had so much, well, not had so much dick, but I've experienced.
We know your nickname.
dicks.
Oloni.
Yes.
Oloni, let us know. What's up? It's Lip Service, and I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi McGuire.
I'm L'Oreal.
And here's our special guest,
Oloni.
Oloni. Now, usually we are at Engine Room, but today we are in the Breakfast Club studio because...
You're special.
Yeah, Oloni, you are special.
Oh, thank
She's
you.
only here visiting. I've been away. I've been really super busy, but I wanted to make sure that we got you on Lip Service before you left because we really enjoy following you on social media.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I actually feel so amazing to be here today. It's like an honor to be here and sit with you guys because I listen to you guys all the time back home in London.
Oh, we ain't shit.
I love you guys.
No, but you do have a book coming out, and the book is The Big O.
Yes, The Big O, which should be coming out hopefully at the end of this year. So I'm very excited. It's going to be about sexuality and relationships for millennials. So please do keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, and support that GoFundMe. We're actually going to donate from Lip Service as soon as this is over, too. So make sure you guys go and donate. But you always had some really funny topics. Now, something I saw you posted, was about... a guy who found out that his wife named their child after her ex, and he didn't know.
Yes.
Until they ran into one of her one of her friends from school, and introduced, and she, asked about the child, and the child had a very unique name, and her friend said, "Oh, like your ex?"
I know. I found that so worrying because what do you do in that situation? Do you start calling the child by their middle name, or I had someone tell me that they'd take a paternity test.
Whoa.
Like, it was that serious because you start to wonder. But I think that's quite cruel that you could name a child after a previous partner.
You gotta let your man know, though, don't you think?
You do. But I don't think he would even agree. He would agree to that madness, to be honest.
What do you guys think? Do you have like an ex that you would name your child after because you liked his name?
I'm
Or
trying
just
so
that
hard.
you liked his name.
I'm trying so hard to shut up, but I got to say this.
Go ahead, L'Oreal.
Please, Beehive, don't drag me. But didn't Jay-Z fuck with Blue Cantrell?
Yeah, he did.
That came to my mind,
Isn't
too.
the baby named Blue?
Ooh.
Every time I seen that, I thought of that. And I don't know whether Beyonce was taking the L jab and was like, fuck Blue Cantrell. Cause that's what
Her favorite color is blue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just that's just a little rough for me. And I love Beyonce. So when I seen that, I just thought maybe it was her being a little shady. You know what I mean? Like, haha, bitch, stole your name and your man.
But she did. But in all fairness, she did know that Jay-Z did date Blue Cantrell. So
Right.
it wasn't a secret. It'd be different, right? If you named it after an ex and the person had no idea until the child was
and that's what this case
Yeah,
is, right?
exactly. That's exactly what happened in this scenario. They bumped into their ex and it was just like, wait, hold on. Isn't that the name of our child? And it was just, it
That
went
would
downhill.
hurt my little heart.
It
I'm sorry.
would.
It would hurt my heart because I'd be like, what, are you still in love with this bitch?
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Do you guys have an ex-boyfriend whose name you like, though?
No, my
No.
ex was called Lucian. I don't like that name. I used to call him Lucifer. Like when we broke up, I called him Lucifer. And he's
You don't want to name
gay.
your child Lucifer.
And he's gay now. So
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
He got a
Yeah.
lot going on.
Yeah.
Wait, so you think he was gay while you were with him?
do you know what? It's crazy because I actually lost my virginity to him. I know it's got so I was actually gonna put this in my book as well. But I actually lost my virginity to him. But he went out with another girl after me who was like Oriental, and I was just like, it was her, right? It was her. It wasn't me. It was her. Like we still talk as friends. And he was just like, sure, if you want.
It's Asian because Angela has corrected me on this before.
Really?
So
Yes, of course it's
Oriental.
Oh really?
It's a
Orientals
thing,
for like
right?
an object, like a rug.
Oh my bad, my bad.
A person is Asian.
My bad, Asian. Yeah, she's Asian. So so he was just like, sure, if that's what you want to go by. It was her, it wasn't you. But
Why did you guys break up?
we broke up. I think I was too crazy for him.
He was gay.
And he was gay. That's true. He was gay.
That could be a reason.
That could be a good reason. But the fact that he went out with another woman after me, I was just like, dude, come on. But
It was a man.
But could you tell that you couldn't tell? He
I
was
couldn't.
gay?
But there was one time I remember he couldn't get it up. But because I was so comfortable in my sexuality and I knew that it was a thing that sometimes guys go through phases where they can't always get it up. So I didn't even assume that he could possibly be gay. And I think because I was so young, I was like 18. So I just assumed that, this is just what happens. I've read about it before. It's completely fine. And he could get it up other times.
Couldn't
And
get it up.
So is he like
When
a
he say your butt.
flamboyant,
No,
like
he's not.
flashy
That's the
gay,
thing.
or
Like,
he's just
he
like
wasn't. He was very macho.
a
That's
Will
the
and
thing.
Grace gay?
No, not
Like-
even Will and Grace gay. He wasn't even Will and Grace. He wasn't Will or even Jack. He was very macho. Like, he was very macho. So it never crossed my mind. So when he told me, I was just like, no.
Why did he feel like he had to tell you?
Because we were so comfortable. And I think because I talk about sexuality, a lot of people would just feel comfortable about telling me about their whole sex lives. So when
Yeah,
he
we
told
get that
me.
too, right?
Yeah.
Did he always know he was gay, or did he not come to terms with it until?
He had inklings. Like, I think he always had an idea. But he said he was like bisexual. And I was just like, you're not bisexual. You're gay.
No,
Accept it.
yeah, bisexual is only
You're
for women.
gay.
Sorry.
So
Is he a top or
Wait a
bottom? Did
minute.
you guys discuss
I
that?
think we have. He's
Yeah, I said
definitely
it.
he's definitely a top. He's
Did
a
y'all
top.
hear what Gigi said? Only women could be bisexual, not
That's
men.
true.
That's
Really?
not
You think
true.
Yes,
don't think
it's
that's
true.
true.
You think so?
If you put your penis inside another man, you're gay.
I mean, okay, I get it, but they might still like vagina though. Like, so
Yeah.
what
But
does
what
that
if
So
they
mean?
try-
you're
what if they
gay and
try
you like
it?
vagina.
What if
That's bi, asshole.
Bisexual.
No, I'm just joking.
I
yeah.
know.
But what if they try it though? Like, if
I'm
they try it
bisexual.
once.
That's not bisexual.
If they try it once, what about that? And they're just like, that's not for me. Are
Then
they
they're
still-
trisexual.
They're
They
trisexual.
experimented. Yeah, they try sex.
They tried it.
Yeah.
No, but what would make you go that far that you're like, fuck it, let me try to get a dick up my ass?
'Cause you
Like,
want
that's
it.
that's gay. Yeah,
You
I think
like
that's
it.
gay. That's pretty
But
far.
then you might also like women. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Now, Oloni, you can, because your book is about millennials
Yeah.
and sex, and I do feel like millennials nowadays are very, what do they call it, fluid with their
Yes, gender
sexuality.
fluid, sexuality fluid, all of that. All these new words that are coming out. I can't
Fluid,
even
yeah,
keep
I never
up.
heard this.
I can't keep
You
up
have
anymore.
fluids, all kinds of fluids.
Gender fluid.
Gender fluids.
All right,
Okay.
now another thing that you talk about is, can women live their best life, or do we still have to have quite some way to go? You said to maintain a sex positive attitude towards women, because right now it does seem like, and even when we do lip service, I notice people will say things like, "Yeah, a bunch of hoes." And
Oh,
stuff
I
like
hate
that.
Oh my
that.
god,
It's so
I get it all the
annoying.
time.
Right,
I
because
get it
guess
all
what?
the
Your
time.
mama has sex. That's how
Right.
you
Yeah,
have
That's
sex.
how you got
Exactly.
here.
You're
You
having
lucky
sex with
she
your
ain't
girl.
swallowed
You
you.
grandma
have a
hoe.
whole bunch of half brothers and sisters, so
Your grandma
someone's a
hoe.
hoe,
Right.
you know.
Your
So-
daughter
Listen,
gonna be a hoe.
You calling me a hoe, but you don't know your daddy.
But I always feel like they've always
Oh.
had they've been a lot more accepting about sexuality, like in Europe, than they are in the United
Oh,
States.
absolutely.
You would think that, but see, here's the thing. We feel like Americans are more. We think that you guys are more in the future because you guys be eating ass and everything. Eating ass back home?
Y'all don't eat us.
No.
Eating asses in the future.
Ass. Ass. Is that better?
I like it like that.
Ass. So
I'm gonna
like,
start saying us. from now on.
ass. So eating ass to us
sounds
is
like-
very.
You're
like-
an ass.
It sounds fancier. Like I would like some us.
I would like you to take my ass.
Slap my ass.
That should sound mad fly. We're saying that from now
Eat
on.
No,
my
I like
ass
ass.
like groceries.
She said, I like ass.
I like ass. But yeah, no, like to us it's very diabolical. We're just like, why would you do that? Why would you? Why? So we don't. I mean, people are doing it, but they're not talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys talk about it a lot more. I feel like you guys are a bit more sex positive. Even like platforms to do with sex positivity is more rife in America than it is back home. I mean, with you guys getting called hoes, I get hoes. I mean, they call me Oloni. Like I've seen
That's
people call
cute.
me Oloni. I'm like, I'll take
You gotta
it.
own that.
I know, right? But yeah, it's very. I get hold abuse out all the time just for talking about sex.
And we get that too. Guys would be like a bunch of hoes talking about sex. Like it's actually really important for us to have these discussions so that we don't feel like we're doing something so nasty and taboo. That's how people end up having complexes about certain
course.
things.
And the show is not for them. Like, if you feel like that, then watch something else, my nigga. Like, it's so many other podcasts you could be watching
But they won't.
instead of just listening to us and
Just to
and
criticize.
To criticize, like you don't have to listen to this.
But the reason why I always thought that, because whenever I would come over to, like, if I was in London or, you know, whatever, they would have, like, sex on television and nudity and all of that. And we can't have that
Yeah,
here.
we
After
didn't
the
have
watershed.
It was a long time ago. But I would come out there and I would be like, damn, they just naked on TV. And it would be at night.
Probably really soft. So
It
they
was
don't.
soft, but
yeah,
we can't do that at all.
at all.
Right.
Really.
You can't even see a nipple, like
Even
nothing.
No.
after 9, nothing.
No.
Oh wow!
All the
Actually, I
time.
didn't know
Only on
that.
cable,
I didn't
but
know
not on regular basic TV. So when I was young and I used to be in Europe a lot, I would go there and I'd be like, damn, they just had people on TV naked. And we weren't used to, like, people just having their bodies
Right.
out there like that.
I don't know. I feel like with London, there's still a lot more room for improvement when it comes to sexuality because, you know, even the conversations of should a woman have her titty out when she's breastfeeding, people are still against that, forgetting that, you know, breast is supposed to be feeding a child. you know,
It's
there's
like that here too, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
It is. There's always a debate about it.
Yeah. See, so I feel like probably both then still have a long way to go when it comes to sexuality.
And men have a long way to go too.
For accepting it, because I don't know, they get mad at women for having sex, but it's just like, if we don't have sex, who will you have sex with?
Oh, they'll
men
talk shit
and
if
be
you don't have
bisexual.
sex.
Right.
And you know what I don't like though? Because then when we do have nudity, which would be on like HBO or
Yeah.
Cinemax or something like that, you don't see much dicks.
Yeah.
Like you always see a pussy.
Right.
You always
We
see
need more
a
dicks.
titty.
You
need more
see
dicks.
male butt the most.
Yeah, you know,
like
like
you'll
that-
see like
remember
the crack
that
of a male's butt.
Remember that show Oz?
Yeah.
The Oz or whatever it was when they were all in jail.
jail.
That's the first time I seen a dick on TV.
Wow.
Never heard
But
of this.
and the only time
It's a jail
I think.
show.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's a jail show, and I feel like that's the only time I've
Have I
ever
ever
seen a dick.
on TV?
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a dick on TV.
I'm telling you, but you've seen pussy and titties before.
Yeah, no,
Do you
definitely.
think guys be self-conscious? Since you said Oz, one of my friends was on Oz, right? And he hit me up, and I asking me should he do it because it was like, you know, he had to do a scene where he's gay
Yeah.
on the show.
Some of them
now,
have
I
little
thought
dicks.
he was asking me should he do it because he didn't want to like kiss another man, but he was self-conscious about his dick.
Yeah.
He
I
is-
see so many little dicks on that show. Like this. That's when I first knew what a little dick was from
Oh,
watching.
you were like,
Oz.
damn, I ain't never seen something
Yeah.
that small.
I don't
No,
ever
I
wanna
was a
see.
kid, so like I knew it was small though. Like I was just like, what is that little thing hanging like?
Was he hard at the time? Or?
No, they weren't. But I didn't know the difference. Like you,
Right.
because this shit came out when I was very young. So to me, to see the dick, it was exciting. I'm like, oh my god, a dick! Ah! But they were always
She's
yeah.
like,
I mean,
you're
I didn't
excited
know.
to see a
I
dick.
didn't know. I was so young.
That
so.
started her on the path she's on now.
Yeah, that's it. And now I'm
Now
the
it ain't
hoe
no
that y'all
stopping her.
talking about. No,
L'Oreal wanted to go to jail.
Coriel.
L'Oreal. No, I
L'Oreal,
did.
Oloni.
I almost wanted to go to jail after seeing it, but then when I seen them little ones, I was like, nah, that don't look how I
I'm
thought
gonna
it
stay
was.
on the
gonna look.
outside.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay out here.
But no, it's true. It's like very rare that you see penis on television.
And a lot of guys are growers too. Let's keep it real.
That
It
is
could've
true.
been
Most
little.
are
Prove it.
growers.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Let me see.
Yeah, let me see.
Now, I was also, since your book is called The Big O, I was like, let's talk about the Big O and orgasms. So I was reading about it, right? And they said that only 18% of women who said that vaginal penetration alone was enough to make them come. That's a really small percentage.
I thought it was
Yeah.
actually, it is 80 actually. Yeah, it's between 75 and 80 that actually can climax through, I think climax through clitoral stimulation, and then the rest can climax through penetration alone. Is that right?
Well, no,
Wait,
they
80
said
or 18?
no. Only 18% can come just from vaginal penetration.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
is true,
very hard
So
to
the
do.
rest is clitoral. Yeah, and I wasn't surprised because I faked it so many times.
I
until
never fake
said,
it. I just if it don't happen, it don't happen.
Right.
Yeah,
I faked it.
I faked it.
But I faked it.
I mean, I
but-
have faked it, but
yeah,
I'm
We
not.
all have.
Yeah.
They said 1 in 4 men have faked an orgasm.
I
What?
faked it to
believe
make
that.
it stop. Like,
Yeah.
I had enough.
Yes.
I can't get this shit out of here.
I just be
You know,
running.
Kendra.
No, it's true.
No, I faked it so many times until I got older and I said, F this shit. Like, it's just not working out. We just
Yeah.
need to stop. But guys have actually admitted to faking it to me as well. Guys I've spoken to in the past, they said, yeah, they've done it. And I've said, but why? And they said, they've had enough. The pussy was trash.
So why not just be honest? Like,
pussy's
listen,
trash?
bitch, your
Yeah.
pussy's trash.
How
Yeah.
do you
Go do some
fake it, though?
Kegels.
How do
Go learn
men-
how to get wet.
Yeah.
I
They
don't know,
just act
but
like they
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel
You
like
don't see it
if
or
a
feel it.
man
They do that little
Tasty?
shake with a hump in the back
The,
and
the dick
10.
moves different.
It throbs,
when it comes.
yeah.
Yeah,
like
it
it'll
But you
Yeah.
can't feel that with every guy. There's this one guy I used to date, and every time he came, I could feel his dick throbbing. I used to
Right.
love that shit.
Yes,
Oh, God,
that's
I love
good.
it.
that's how it should be.
He's
That's
the
how it
best.
should be.
every time.
What's his name?
No, I'm
I'm
not saying
joking.
Ha, you got me.
Would you recommend a guy to one of your friends that you used to fuck if they were good?
I would.
I've done
I
that.
would. I would.
You
I
know what we call
definitely
that? Community dick.
That's right.
That dick for everybody.
would. No, I've
Girl,
had
get you some, girl.
It ain't no fun if the
Homies
homies
can't
can't.
have it. Hello.
Nah, y'all ain't shit.
Just run a train on him.
You run the chain on him.
but I always feel like it's not a bad thing if you, especially if it's not serious, if the relationship hasn't been serious. If the relationship was serious, then I keep it quiet. I'm not telling my friends. I think my boyfriend is the only person whose dick I've never shown to my friends before, and that's because I love him. Any other guy who sends me a dick pic, I'm just like,
Oh
yeah, we're always
Show
sharing
that
dick
to
pics.
everybody.
Your boyfriend sends you dick pics now?
He does. Oh my
How
gosh, he's
many
gonna
did he
kill
send?
me when he hears this, but I don't care.
How many has he sent while you've been here?
He hasn't. No, since I've been here, none.
Why?
Since
That's
I've been
the
here,
perfect
none.
time.
Do you know what? I think because we've literally only FaceTimed a couple of times, and it's just been bam boom, like, okay, hi, bye, I'll see you later, and then that's been it. But we don't really send each other stuff like that. I don't know why. Now I think about it, I don't know why. But I send him stuff from time to time. He tells me I don't, but I feel like I do.
Does he send video of him like jerking off and stuff?
No, he would
you like
never
that?
do that. He is so. I would, but he would never do it. He
I
would
would.
never
Happy
do
birthday,
it.
baby.
Right?
Here's a
He
video.
he would never do that. See, that's the thing with this. See, that's the difference between guys from London and America. They would. I think like guys from America would probably do that, but guys from London.
Guys from America would do it if you don't even ask them for
Do
it.
you know what, that's
Guys
so
from
true.
America
I went
send that
to-
to your DM.
A jerking off
I've had a guy
video
send me
for
jerking off
sure.
video
Yeah.
on my
So
DM more than once.
Sure.
With the
No.
money shot and everything. Like, I want to
sick
see
of
that, sir.
I
I'm
was in
sick of dick.
Cancun and some guy from America. We were in Cancun and some guy from America. We had literally just swapped our names and he took our number. The next morning, we'd woken up to so many messages of his dick, and we screamed. We were like, "Oh my god!"
So I have a friend. This reminded me of. I have a friend, and she was dating this guy, and she said that like she wasn't initially attracted to him, but she like was going out with him because he was taking her to nice restaurants and giving her nice gifts and stuff. And she said she had no intentions on having sex with him until just randomly he sent her a picture of his dick, and she was like, from that on, everything changed.
Did he know how to use it?
And she told him, yeah, the sex is good, she says. But he told her like a few months or years or whatever down the line that that was his thing. Like I know I'm not the best looking guy,
But I
off
got
rip,
some
but
good
I know what I'm working with. So that's my get 'em girl. Like I send that out and instantly,
So
and
that
he was
shit
like,
works.
got you, didn't it?
No,
And yeah, she even told me like, listen, I had no intentions on having sex with him until I saw his dick, and when I saw it, I was like, oh yes, I'm fucking mad.
No,
taste that.
that's happened.
Yeah, and
that
she's still with
happened
him.
to me, and it actually happened recently. I was talking to a guy, and I've been talking to him, whatever. And then one day he sent me a damn video of his thing, right? And I'm like, and it was a good size and everything, but I just feel like it freaked me out. I don't know why. I think it was more so because of the fact that I didn't really know him like that. We just started talking.
Who
We
was
didn't
this?
ever do nothing. I told you.
Oh.
I'll tell you again later.
Okay.
But basically, and it was a good size, and it was everything was good, and he's nice looking guy, everything. But I was just like, does he just
Do this
do
every
this? Does
Yeah.
he show off? Bitches is dick.
Guys do.
They do.
what
I
I'm
learned that from my
saying.
friend.
And it kind of was a turn off to me. So even though everything else was good about him, his conversation, everything, it was when he sent the dick that I just was like, all right.
I met a guy
maybe I got it.
recently, and he
Return to
sent me his
sender.
dick the next day, and I never even responded. I sent it to all my friends and never responded back to him, and never that's weird.
I didn't even want to show it to my
Like
friends
it's
because I was
like,
like, this is good.
Hi, I'm Joey. Here's my dick.
Right.
Like I don't want you or your dick, Joey.
Joey Dick.
I get those in my DMs. That's people asking me like, "Hey, Oloni, I just want to know, because you always talk about dick
Yeah, do you want to
sizes.
rate my
Oh,
dick?
Yeah,
You
is
get
this
that all the time.
normal or
too.
not?" And I'm just like, "Oh,
We
get
actually
away
have
from
an
me."
email. We have an email for that.
Really?
Yeah, pretty dick swag.
No, I've heard of this. Yes, I've heard of this.
Yeah, and we get all kinds of dicks. And people do have. You know what's funny is that guys do have questions about their dick because they're insecure about it sometimes. So they'll send a picture. What do you think of my dick? Please let me know. How would you rate this?
I'm sorry, don't send it to me because I'm gonna make a whole joke out of it. And people be doing it all the time.
Yeah.
Rate it from 0 to 10. I'm gonna show my
0
friends.
hurts.
We gonna rate it
0.
but we just ain't gonna let you know, motherfucker. It's a 1.
I've had a guy once tell me that I basically got the idea that his dick was small. He was just like, girls usually tell me I know how to use it. I was just like,
Oh,
I don't
Listen.
even want to know
Sorry.
what's up.
I had a guy who didn't really have a big penis, and
You put it in
our
your
sex
butt.
was really good. Well, no, that's a different guy. But yeah, our sex was really good. Like I was surprised that he probably made me come internally on a more consistent basis than anybody else, and then he got.
Shout out to all the little dick guys
Yeah,
out there that listen
shout out
to
to
this.
you
We
guys.
appreciate
It's
you.
it's the motion in the ocean.
But
It
some
is
people
emotion. It
fit
matters.
together too. Like you
That's
don't
true
feel
too, like puzzle pieces.
Right. I feel like maybe it's wherever your spot is
Right.
wherever his curve
Yeah.
is or the tipper. Just some people fucking fit right together, and that's just is what it is.
Or if you have a booger up your nose, he could take his little dick and stick
What?
it on it.
No.
We're in the
Did
pinky
anybody
finger.
ever try to stick a dick near your nose?
No.
I I just think
mouth,
that's weird.
My
my
mouth,
nose,
like when
yeah.
he's over and he's fucking my face. But
I've
that's
had the
it.
cum
Does it
shoot
go
up my
in your
nose
nose?
before.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a dick in your nose.
The cum shoot up my nose.
Oh my god.
Like I'm trying to get it like on my face and it kind of like went
Did
up
you
my nose.
sniff it up and let it come out your mouth?
No.
Did you
Like
ever
the challenge?
Did you ever
No,
deep
gross.
throw somebody while they were coming and it went down the wrong?
The wrong pipe.
See, I choke. I gotta know. I gotta
No.
know where you about to come.
That's a
You
terrible
can't
way to
be
die.
down
No.
there. Yeah.
That's like that
jumped
show,
on some
1001
semen.
Ways to Die. You know that show?
No, but if you choked on semen and you died, that's pretty fucking.
That's epic.
Horrible.
My parents would be like, really?
It's gonna be on your tombstone.
This is how you chose to go out.
She
Death
she
by
sucked a
jizz.
mean dick. Right, death by
Death
jizz.
by
Killed
jizz.
Now, you also talk about sugar daddies and sugar babies.
Yes,
Ow.
I do.
Gigi, okay.
But we know who else agrees with that.
I'm just
So,
saying.
okay. Gigi, we know you've had a sugar daddy.
I have.
Yeah.
Do you like being a sugar baby?
It was fun.
Would you do it again?
Yeah.
All right. I
If
feel
I
you.
wasn't with my boyfriend, I would. I probably would. Because I see so many girls enjoying their lives and I'm just like, what am I doing here suffering?
But what if it's terrible? Like,
Yeah, what do these guys
just
look
looks,
like?
Whatever.
I don't know, but I get so, because I do like anonymous stories, I get so many girls who ask me for tips or girls who share their experiences with me all the time. And I'm just like, what type of life am I living? Like, I had my chance, you know, from 21 to 25, and here I am in a relationship, like, seriously. But I think the most I've ever had, like, an older man do for me is pay my phone bill once. Like, that's it. And
That ain't no sugar in that.
that's definitely
That's
not
the case.
that's the most I've had. Like,
Yeah, no.
that's the most. Like, I mean, my boyfriend does. If I need something, my boyfriend will do it for me. But you know, and this is I didn't even see him. Like, I didn't even meet him. He thought I was gonna come and see him. I was just like, well, I need to pay my phone bill, and then he was just like, I have that, and then he gave me his credit card details, and I thought, okay, I might as well go shopping with this as well. And I did that, and then I just never went to go.
shopping.
You went
with-
shopping?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's be real.
now
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a sugar daddy.
If a
much.
guy tells you like, let's go shopping, or here's my card, do you care? Like, do you say to yourself, okay, I'm not gonna go crazy with it. Like, I'm gonna buy stuff on sale. I'm not gonna like.
No.
How much would you
No.
spend
I'm
if
gonna-
somebody
I'm-
gave you their?
I'm gonna go crazy. I'm
Sale.
gonna go crazy. Like, cause
Like, how much would you say you would tap it off at?
It probably would depend on like how
makes
much
the
money that
deal.
person had.
yes,
You know?
that's a very good point, and you have to see what they're working with as well.
And what type of money they spend on themselves.
Yeah, what if you don't
you
really
know?
know like that? They're like, it's early on.
Then you can be like just cutthroat and not care and wild out, or
Yeah.
you can be a little bit conservative
do?
and be
Or,
like.
but then if
Are
you
you
do
It depends on
that,
how much I like the guy. If I
That's
knew
what
that I
I'm
didn't
saying.
really like him like that, then I would swipe it until it declined.
see, because if you do that the first time, then that's probably no coming back. He probably gonna
Yeah,
be like,
so
this
that'll be.
bitch.
I got everything I
Yeah,
needed, and
yeah.
now I'm good for the summer. Give me another one.
What about you, Lo? You ever had a sugar daddy?
So I had a very generous boyfriend.
That's not a
generous.
sugar daddy.
I love that.
That's,
He
a
was
boyfriend
better
is not
than
a sugar daddy.
I feel like he was better than a sugar daddy because, like, when I was younger, I had a guy that I would say was a sugar daddy. I didn't realize that I was a sugar baby, but I was. So
I
he
love
would do
sugar
stuff
babies.
like, you stupid. We would do stuff like, we'll go out to eat or something, and it'll get cold, and he'll be like, let me take you to get a coat. And he'll go and buy me like a $1,500 coat. But I was like in high school. So to me, I was like, oh my God.
Was it
this
R.
is-
Kelly?
It was R. Kelly. No. Nah, but that's what it was. It was like that. I never had sex with him or nothing. And like every time, like, or he would just send me stuff and I thought it was great. And I actually met him by him buying me something. Like, I was in a sneaker store. I was about to go buy myself some Jordans. I was mad young. And he was like, I'll get those for you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's creepy.
So that was, no, but he looked good. Like, he looked good. He wasn't no
How old was he?
He probably was like in his 30s.
And how old were you?
I was like 17, 16, because I graduated when I was 17.
That's illegal.
So yeah, it was fucked up or whatever, and I'll kill my nieces.
But you didn't do anything with him.
No,
though.
I never did nothing
Exactly.
with him, and
Yeah.
he just like I'm not gonna lie, he did a lot of stuff for me, and I didn't realize. I just thought like me being young and naive, like, oh, this is my friend.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
Did you ever
He
tell
wanted
your,
that
did you ever
sugar,
tell your friends about it?
baby.
So okay, I did. I was doing music at the time, and I had a manager, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I got this guy. Y'all going to LA? He said he'll fly me to LA. Like I was like, I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. He was like,
First
bitch,
class.
are you dumb? Like, the nigga's gonna sell you into prostitution. I was like, so I was scared of him after he said that. Like,
Right.
But so he would come to New York, be like, "You want to go to dinner?" I'm like, no, because in the back of my mind, he's gonna sell me in a
van and grab you.
You get what I'm saying? But before then, I was having a great old time with him. I had the Mesquite jackets, all that. Like he was making sure I was good. Like, but that was a good.
I've never
situation.
had a sugar daddy. Womp womp. But I've had guys that like I date do really great stuff for me, but I've never had like a straight up sugar daddy.
I've had like a situation where I had a whole allowance.
You had what?
Allowance. But monthly.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Like
yeah,
cool.
That's cool.
That is kind of cool.
And like he would give me like a certain amount of money every month, and then I would see him probably like once a week, and we would like go to dinner. We would like go on a date, like dinner. And
what was your allowance?
$3,000
a month or week?
a month.
A week? God damn, that would be your last.
Well, I don't know. This might be a really
$50,000 a year.
Yeah, he would give me.
So
So,
he
it was
just wanted
basically
your
like
company.
$100 a day.
wow. So he just wanted your company.
He wanted my company, all right. But we would
If her
go
company
out.
is a pussy.
Right.
Yes.
We would go. I mean, we would have dinner and go out on a date and everything. Usually, it would end up in sex or some head or something. But
Was he cute, at least?
he was good looking. He was
What if he
older
was
and
ugly?
Caucasian.
Would y'all have an ugly sugar daddy?
No, I can't. I can't do it. I think I'm too shallow for it.
I'm not.
I'm too shallow.
You know what I like to look up? I like to look up Benjamin Franklin on $100 bill.
So if
And
he
I
was-
like him at the bank going into my account.
So
And
you
he's
could
pretty
do
ugly.
it if he was ugly, like Donald
Like
Trump.
real ugly.
Ew.
Donald Trump.
Okay,
Nigga,
okay.
no.
Give
Is
me-
the toupee flapping and all
Listen,
Yep.
give me a whole chocolate bar of that edible so I can be half dead, and I might be able to stand dinner. Okay?
What if it was somebody that was like a disgusting person like Donald Trump?
Nah.
Hell no.
You couldn't do
What
it.
if it wanted to do disgusting things to you, like pee on you and stuff like that? Like, would you be open to that?
Is it in the shower? No, I'm joking.
Larry has been peed on in the shower.
I've been peed on in the
Yeah.
shower.
I don't care. What the fuck?
Yeah, pee on me, rinse it right back off. You know that it would all depends on how that check weighing out.
I'm sorry, but like
If the
I've
check is
tried
right.
to date like a guy that wasn't the best looking guy, and that shit only lasts for like a couple months. Cause then I
I've
started
dated
looking
guys
at
that
him,
aren't the
I'm
best
like,
looking guys.
Oh yeah, ugly.
You know, it's all about the personality and the sweat.
yeah, the
personality
personality,
does
but your face
matter.
could kind of ruin your
I
personality.
feel like guys
And
can,
your
like, laugh
personality
you-
can ruin your face too.
That's a
So if you had
big
to choose
fact.
between a guy who was broke but really good looking,
No.
Nope.
or rich but really ugly.
I'm going rich.
I'm in
Because guess what? We can
between.
get plastic
where's that
surgery.
middle guy?
Listen, we can get
Calm
some face work. We can get plastic surgery with all that money. We can go see a dermatologist,
where's
clear that
medium
skin
man?
That's a
up.
lot, Gigi.
You know, we can get some Invisalign, get them teeth together. You know, we can.
That takes years.
So everybody says rich and ugly?
I'm in between. L'Oreal.
No, you can't be in between.
Wait, what situation am I in?
Yeah,
One
How
or the
about
other.
that?
True.
'Cause
Cute and
right
broke.
now.
Right now?
Cute and broke.
Right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm
I'll say
good.
rich and
I don't
ugly.
really
I'll
need
say rich
no.
and ugly.
Yeah,
I'll say.
I could take a cute looking broke nigga right now.
See,
Listen,
this is the thing with guys. They don't even need to be good looking anyway. Like,
Right.
if their pockets are correct.
you know what?
Not just
Y'all know what
that.
Cuddy say. Cuddy say the broke guys got the good dick.
But you know what? Not just
That is
that.
true.
Sometimes your style
cute
can
broke
make
ones
you
got the
look
good dick.
better. Like,
Y'all are doing too much on it. He's ugly.
okay, do you think
Rich.
Jay-Z is a nice looking man? No.
There's something about him.
But his
His
style,
swag.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I
Sometimes
don't
your
even mean, I
style.
mean
His
really
confidence.
ugly. I don't mean Jay-Z. I mean like ugly.
Okay, who's really ugly? Let's think of somebody that's fucking ugly. Beetlejuice.
Shrek.
That little. No.
Shrek.
Shrek.
No, I mean a human.
And as a human,
Shrek's
Shrek.
human.
an
Shrek.
ogre. Imagine a guy that looks like Shrek.
No, but Beetlejuice is a real person. The one that was on.
Oh, the
Beetle,
the little guy.
Yeah, that's
with
what I'm
the
talking
Shrek
about.
was actually based
no,
off someone.
I could
Shrek
not
was
do
actually
that.
That's what I'm
Sorry.
saying.
No.
So you can't.
No,
You
I
a
don't want
bad
that.
sugar baby, G.
I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'll pass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like somebody ugly like
But
that.
I
I
mean
just
like
can't.
private jet rides, anything you want, like buy you a house, a car, a real for life.
Can I have a man on the side?
Right, a side nigga, yes.
It's a sugar daddy. He's not your man.
You could do
True.
whatever you
Okay,
want.
then sure. Why not?
Damn.
Definitely, yeah. Especially if I can have a man on the side. Maybe
Money
if you're
talks.
listening, I wouldn't. But I'm just saying this is.
I'm not gonna lie though. I have a homegirl that has a sugar daddy,
Yeah.
and he'll give her money to buy her boyfriend stuff,
That's
all
nice
kind
of
of
him.
stuff. Like because he knows that she has a boyfriend and he's not it.
So isn't he a pimp then? In a way.
Because
Nope.
she's taking
He's not
money from
selling
him.
her.
She the
to
pimp.
anybody.
Yeah.
See, I had a sugar baby come to one of my shows back in London, and her boyfriend came with her, and they were talking about how they scheme together. Like, she goes out on the dates and they split the profit.
Set it up.
Oh,
now
well,
that's
now
a
the
pimp.
boyfriend could
Now
be the
that-
pimp.
yeah.
I can see you saying the boyfriend is
Yeah,
the
that's
pimp.
what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm just like,
the boyfriend don't know about the...
Oh, he doesn't know.
Why would he know?
Oh, see,
Isn't he like, where are you getting all this money from?
Yeah.
Nah, she says she works. She has a
Okay.
job, but he don't know how much she get paid. You know what I mean? So you can't tell him everything.
And then when he finds out, like, look, how you think you got all this?
Okay.
You should be thanking him.
Be humble.
You know, I just paid for that last trip we was on.
right.
Now, as we get older, I feel like we've done so many things in the bedroom. It's hard for us to think of something we haven't done. So when's the last time you've done something brand new that you're like, oh, this is different?
Oh, I think the only thing I've ever tried that was new to me was probably anal, and I said never again.
I
said,
don't like anal either. I'm
I
glad
don't like
the two of
anal.
us are here.
Yes, I
Because
don't
these
like-
ladies don't mind it.
I
know,
like
I
it with the
listen to you
small
guys.
penis.
Mhm.
I became a rapist. I think that's the first thing. The
Stop saying that, Gigi.
No, I do like
Gigi
I
is
do
a
like
rapist.
rape role play.
No, just say I became very aggressive in the bedroom.
I like when
I
she
became
calls herself a
very
rapist.
aggressive in the
You're not a
bedroom.
rapist.
Rapist.
I take the dick.
Okay.
So that was something new for me.
And he wants it, though. He wants you to take it.
He
You're
wants
not,
me to
like,
take it.
crying.
Yeah.
I love that
giving it
Gigi
to me.
admits that she's a rapist.
We can't even joke around about things like
Oh, yeah.
that.
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Okay.
we
But
take
you
it back,
got,
we take it back.
and we used to
like,
talk about
he
that because
liked
you
it.
said you never were very
Right.
aggressive. And
That's the
because of
thing.
lip
I've
service-
evolved because of lip service. You guys told me like really like you don't even just try, and I was like, no, I just lay there and wait for him to
Because
just
guys like
pull
that.
his
It
dick
makes them
out.
feel sexy.
So
They wanna
now,
feel sexy too.
Yeah.
so now I'll be like,
Give me that.
do a little shimmy, little
Hey, you
shimmy,
silly.
and then I get the penis.
So Oloni, why didn't you like the anal?
Because I just feel like it's just not
It hurts.
supposed to go there, and it hurts. Maybe I didn't prep it.
It does.
I probably did prep it.
You should
yeah.
get a butt plug. You have a butt plug?
No, I don't. See, I
All
get
you need
so
is
many
this.
sent to me.
Thanks, G.
I'd have to
That's
down
lube.
this.
This is courage. That's
Lube
everything.
and courage. I love it. But
And a
I
pain
feel-
reliever.
I feel like I didn't prep right.
Yeah, pour some on your
And-
butt. Pour some whiskey on your butt.
That's gonna burn. Ouch.
It would
Do it
hurt
first.
as
Do
hell.
it before.
Oh my god. Yeah, and it's not for me. I'm just like, I will give you head. I will let you do whatever else you want, but please.
Fucking ass.
Yeah, but no anal for me. No
Stick it in the
anal
butt.
for me. I just feel like it's too. And you know, like when guys get carried away, they want to double dip as well, and I'm just
Slow
like,
down.
No.
You get a
No.
kind of
we're not
infection like
doing.
that.
Yeah,
That's gross.
No one's trying
That's
to
like
get
the worst thing you could do
BV.
during anal.
You could go from
is-
the pussy to the butt, but
right,
you can't go from
but
the
you
butt.
can't go
to the
back
pu- yeah,
without
you can't.
cleaning it first.
Yeah. So.
We're
Swam
gonna
to
have
the
some
butt.
problems down there.
And it just gets a bit messy. I'm just like, can we just keep it
Did
like?
you bleed?
No, I didn't. But it just went in a bit, and I was just like, no,
Okay.
I'm
That's
not doing
the thing.
this.
You got to get past that. That's
Initial.
what it is.
Yeah.
Once it goes in, it's
Once
like,
it gets past, once it get, you got to get in the VIP.
yeah, no.
Right.
Once you get
General
all the
pop
way
is no
through,
fun.
though, once you
General pop is no fun. You got to get into the VIP.
right and wrong. You do that
Do you
just
guys
a
climax though when you do it?
I have one time.
I haven't climaxed from
was
doing that, but it
amazing.
does get me really, really wet.
It's
Ooh.
fucking amazing. You come
Could be blood.
that way, amazing. Like, you'll be like, it was worth the pain.
Okay.
Even if I'm having sex and he has like his thumb in my butt and he's like really like, you
Going
know,
crazy with his thumb.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Hitching-
like
hitching a ride.
You know
he's
what I tried?
hitchhiking.
I tried. I mean, it was fucking the same, but it was just a different position that the guy had threw me in.
What
To
position?
eat my pussy or whatever. It was like some yoga pose type
Okay.
shit. How I felt.
Pilates.
And no, but it was like it threw me for a loop because I think I can't really remember exactly how it went, but I believe I was giving him head, and then he just was like, "All right," but flipped me kinda, and it was just amazing. It was like
Explain his position.
I don't know. I was like,
No,
like,
she's
I
looking
can't-
around. Like, how did I figure this
I'm
out?
trying to do it. Like, I can't explain it, but it's like if you ever get to because there's so many positions, and I feel like we think we've done so many things,
And no.
but you look at those books and stuff like that, you be like, oh yeah, ha,
So
ha,
you read
ha.
a book to do this, or
No, but I'm saying like
Right.
I'm pretty sure that position is in that book.
I
And
like
he
when I
might
have
read
sex
it.
and my legs are closed instead of open.
Okay,
It-
what, on
it-
your
When I'm
stomach?
laying on my
On
stomach?
your stomach?
It could be on your stomach. It could be. Oh,
On
if
the
you ever
side.
do it, okay, like reverse cowgirl like that.
Right, that's your position, yo.
I like
Because you
that.
say that, yeah, that's her position.
Because I like
In a
to
chair.
I like to do like squats
Yeah,
Like
I'm
that.
too lazy for that.
It make
shit.
your ass look good from the back too when you do it like that.
I don't know what it
I
looks
love
like.
a
'cause I
good
can't-
doggy.
Oh, you have video, Gigi. Clearly, Gigi
I'll be
has
like this,
video,
here,
'cause
babe,
how
get
the hell
that.
do you know
Look,
that?
here, get that, get that.
Yo, you're sick.
No, I love a good doggy. I think doggy's amazing for me, and I don't know. I feel like it's the only way I truly come. Like I will always start off missionary.
I never come that way.
See, oh my God, I'm so glad you said that again.
I only come on my back or on top.
Really?
I used
From
to
the back?
agree with Gigi, but I had an incident where that agreement is gone.
What
Like,
happened?
definitely can come on your stomach. Like when you're on your stomach.
Well,
doggy
that
style,
way,
whatever.
yeah, but not like on all fours. I've never
Especially if you put
come.
like a
Floors,
couple
all that.
pillows under you as well, and then you like arch it.
What's the pillow thing? Because I
Pillow's
don't do
great.
the pillow
When
thing.
people
It's
say
great.
It provides support,
A little, yeah.
and it also for the guy, it like pushes in. So like I don't know, I had a guy tell me before that his woman was a little overweight, and then she started working out and losing weight, and he said that she felt tighter in the inside once
yeah,
she
it does.
started
It
working out and
makes
losing
you-
weight. So it gives it that same effect, like you're pushing, so it kind of like makes it tighter for him.
So
never
forget
did the
working
pillow.
out, ladies. Just put a pillow in.
Pillow under.
I never did the pillow thing. Like I didn't know what it was. Like you know what I mean? That's why I asked G because like I always hear people
I
say
never
it.
done it either.
Do you know
And I
what's also
never did
great
it.
as well? Like when you hold your breath as well. Have you ever like held your breath whilst having sex or masturbating?
I
Like
don't
kinda
want to
choke-
die
like kinda
now.
like
I wanna make
choking.
sure-
Yeah,
so
I had-
amazing.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like
I
being
amazing.
choked without being choked.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
hold your breath. and
Yeah.
Just
what?
hold it in for a couple seconds, and then you just carry on going at it, like either whilst you're masturbating or whilst you're having sex, and it just makes the experience a lot better.
So like you're struggling for air. and
Not
that
really.
makes-
Just hold your breath for a couple of seconds.
That's why people do that. It's called asphyxiation. People end up
That's it,
killing
yeah.
themselves like that.
Oh, okay.
See?
Okay, so we don't
This
want to
is why
commit
I don't play
suicide.
around
Well, it's
with
probably
bullshit.
safer to hold your breath, but it's
Yeah.
different when you're actually getting choked, or like some people will actually tie a noose while they masturbate, and then
Oh, I've seen that
Yeah,
on like
that's it.
movies.
Yeah, and that's way
it's
too
the
much.
same thing.
See,
Safe
I'm a
words. This is why
screamer.
safe words are important.
I'm a
Do
screamer.
you scream
so-
while you masturbate?
Oh no.
That would be so crazy.
I don't scream while I masturbate, but I've had made noise, you know, and it helps. You know, a little moan
Get
here
it
and
low,
there.
get it low. That's it.
I like
Get that
moans.
shit.
Do you fantasize or are you watching porn?
Either.
Yeah.
I would rather
same.
porn than I'm not good at fantasizing.
I'd rather porn too.
I'm not that good.
But I like to watch porn on mute.
See, I don't. I want to
Yeah,
hear.
me too.
all
I
the-
wanna hear-
Depends
I
if
wanna
you're talking
hear.
English or not.
I got to hear the noise.
You
I
ever
want to
watch
hear
porn
that.
in another
I wanna
language?
hear
I don't
that.
know what the fuck.
Oh,
everything.
that's a turn off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell are you saying?
They say they hate all black people and shit.
And
You
you're
just
like, yes.
watching it. You just watching it, just like, yeah.
It'd be better. And L'Oreal can't speak Spanish, which is
I
unfortunate.
can't. All I understand is Poppy and Marty Cone.
All right, now we talked about learning new things from experimenting. Now, you also said that no man should be fucking you for a long period of time.
Absolutely right.
What's a long period of time?
I think anything over 25 minutes, and I'm
Girl,
talking
bye.
about. I think so. Just penetration alone.
I've had a
penetration,
4-hour penetration
4-hour
session.
penetration.
Nah,
Did you
you're
guys
bugging.
have a break?
No one came.
4 hours.
4 hours.
I did. He did eventually. 4
Okay,
hours.
so that doesn't count because then that's a session and for you. But like,
He was on something.
Was he
I'm gonna
on
tell y'all who
4
it was
hours and-
after.
none
Is
of
he-
you
was
Was
come
he
on
in.
on
coke?
something though? We
I
need
don't
to-
think so.
I know
I'm
who
gonna
it is
tell.
already.
I told you.
No, I'm just assuming.
No.
No?
No.
Oh shit.
I
well,
don't even
don't
think.
know.
I don't even think y'all know that I used to even see this person.
Ah, shit.
He's famous though.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about
A lot of
after
famous.
these.
I can't wait till
mics
Gigi
go.
write her damn book, man.
I know, right?
You know, I'm scared about
Change
books.
the names.
don't-
Change the names.
All the names are being changed.
Is he somebody like is he somebody that we we all know him? You said he's famous.
Yeah, if I
Is he
said his
from
name, y'all would
Atlanta?
definitely know who he is. No.
Okay, let's not. We'll ask her later.
we'll ask her
but I
later.
want to hear the story.
Okay.
So it was how many? How long?
It was like 4 hours.
And then
I was
after?
surprised that he just kept going and kept going and kept going. And then he came and we smoked and like laid up and talked. And then we did it again for like another 2 hours.
Nah.
He must not got no job.
You ain't got no cramps. Like you ain't had.
I
no
was so
trauma?
surprised, but it was so good. I was soaking wet. You ever been so wet that it starts to like
Yep.
boogie up in his
Yeah.
hairs? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was
Boogie
like that.
up.
I was it was like clumping. I didn't
like
want to say
dried
clumping because
up
that sounds
cum.
disgusting,
Yeah,
but
clumping
yeah.
sounds like it used to.
Right. So it like
Yeah.
started to like
Cheese on
get
his
thick and like
Oh.
yeah, it was yeah.
But see, that doesn't count because it was 4 hours and you guys had a break.
No. It was 4 hours until
And
he came,
then a
and
break.
then a break,
4 hours?
and then
And then
Wow.
another
she
2
did it again.
hours after that.
I don't know if I would want to have sex for 4
I
hours.
would've
I didn't know that I was going to have
But
sex
it
for
was
4
that good.
hours, but I didn't stop him because it was really that good. I was amazed. And this was my first time having sex with this guy.
Did you?
Wow.
And I was like,
did you, check your
OMG.
phone during that time?
No.
Did your pussy fall out at any point?
See,
Did you have to put it back in?
I would have gotten tired.
Hours.
'cause I'd
I
have
was
been
so
like, hold up,
surprised
I
that we
gotta
kept
check
doing
my
it that
email
long.
first.
Like
Right.
I really after a while I was just like, when is he ever going to stop?
See,
And eventually he stopped. And it was like so many different positions and like standing up, laying down on the bed, on the floor, in the bathroom,
Whoa.
He
on the
has to be an
sink, pick me
athlete.
up.
Is he an athlete?
No.
Well, damn, this nigga need to be, right? He a triathlon.
He needs to run a New York City Marathon.
Now, I could do like sessions as far as like we fucking all day, but we gonna stop. Like we gonna have sex for 30 minutes. Come, good. Then we're gonna start again in another 30 minutes. Something like that is cool.
Yeah.
But 4
That's
hours
normal.
straight,
I agree.
I just feel like my legs gonna cramp up, my pussy gonna be sore. Like it's just gonna be
I
too
would
much.
dry up as well. Like I
I
feel like
didn't
I
know.
would dry.
It was so
Yeah.
good.
I don't know if
know.
I would dry up, but I definitely
I would
would.
Hey,
dry
your
up
pussy
because
dry,
I think
spit on the
mentally
dick.
I would not be. My body would be like, you're tired. So
Yeah, like
just be like.
We
no.
were drunk and high.
Oh,
See,
wow.
drunk
I
and
wouldn't
Like
high
weed high
anymore
though, like
after
not on
that.
any kind of drugs. But yeah, it was.
See,
I
even
was
when you're high as
surprised
well,
too.
when
Like
you're
what?
Did y'all have water by the bed? So at least like I need some water at some point. Cause
You
know,
ever get the real dry
Yes,
mouth
that's
and it
the
ain't
word.
no
Hey, when
water in sight?
Especially when you're smoking as well. Like you get cotton mouth. So
y'all didn't have
how
to get
did
no
you-
water.
You be like, I can't even suck his dick. My
Yeah,
mouth too
there's
dry.
nothing there.
Shit just gonna
You
be
be like,
air.
He wants me to spit in his mouth. I can't even spit.
I can't do it.
My mouth is dry.
Yeah.
You never spit in somebody's mouth?
Oh, I've had that recently actually.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah, and it was actually quite amazing. I was surprised I would be into it. He was just like, open your mouth. I was just like, okay. Yeah,
And he spit
yeah.
in your mouth?
Yeah, and I did it back. It wasn't bad at all.
You spit his same spit back?
Yeah. You were supposed to swallow
And
it.
the spit swap.
Sex in general is literally nasty. So
Spit swap.
boy, like to me,
Ooh,
it
what
was,
if he was like, spit my cum in my mouth?
no,
Angela,
no.
you always gotta take it too far.
You're gone too far.
I'm too far.
No.
Live a little.
No.
I know y'all about to kill me for saying this,
Uh-oh, you did this.
but I don't know how to spit. Look.
What?
Wait, you don't know how to do what?
Nah, I don't know how to spit.
I don't know how to whistle.
See, I could whistle.
I can't.
Well,
But I
whistle,
like-
you could because you can't spit. So that you
I
your
would
mouth
love,
gotta be
I
dry
would
to
love
whistle.
to be able to spit in a guy's mouth, but I just don't know how to spit.
I'm not good at it either.
Why you
Why
giving
I've
me a
never
cup?
spit. I've never spit in a
Dan
guy's
wants
mouth.
me to spit in his mouth, apparently. He just gave me a cup. No, but I don't know. I've had, my ex has spit in my mouth before, and at first I thought it was the most disgusting thing in life. And I was like, this is kind of freaky.
You're
Like,
like,
I kinda
good, I
like-
need some spit.
Yeah.
Let's put that on
mouth
my
is a
list of
little dry.
nevers.
You said what?
Let's put that on my list of nevers.
What, you never
That's a
spit?
very short list. Neither. I never spit in anybody's mouth, and I never had anybody spit in my
Would you
mouth.
do
know how to
it?
spit?
Yeah, I
She'll
would.
do it.
Oh.
That's not, yeah, I'm like,
Mikey,
come
you
on
do
now,
it?
That's light work.
She likes it.
That's light work.
I want Gigi, that's your homework.
The spit?
Yes. Now she's aggressive, and now she's gonna start
now,
spitting.
now she's a spitter.
What about some other things? Let's get some more homework of things that you think. Now, Oloni, since you're our guest, what are some other things you would recommend for us to try that maybe we haven't that you do?
I think you guys are pros. Like, I
no,
listen
we're
to you
not.
guys. No, I listen to you guys all the time. I'm getting tips from you guys all the time. I'm just like, okay, I might try that. Like, especially when Gigi's giving her tips as well. I'm just like, okay. No,
You stick your
Gigi
finger
got
in your boyfriend's butt?
Pardon?
You stick your finger in his
No, he doesn't even let me like pinch. No butt action. He just clenches up all the time. He's just like, no.
What I've realized now from this show is the best way to do that is to just kind of like wait till you're sucking a stick and then just kind of slide your finger.
That's what I always say.
I've had friends who have done that. Like, she's giving him head and then she like sticks it from behind as she's doing it. And I'm just like, okay, I'll try. My
And it's
boyfriend.
got to be wet.
They
It's got to
can't
be
say
like
no.
My
'cause they
boyfriend-
want the head.
No. And I'm just like, okay, I'll try. My
And it's
boyfriend.
got to be wet.
They
It's got to
can't
be
Yeah.
say
like
no.
My
'cause they
boyfriend-
want the head.
No, my boyfriend would never. I think he's scared that I might call him gay. Like, I'm just like, it's okay. I know you're straight as hell.
He's
It's
scared he
fine.
might like it.
No, he's scared that you're going to get right on lip service and she's going to be like, you ever stick your finger up your boyfriend's butt?
And she's
Yes,
like, all
as a
the
matter of
time.
fact,
it
last
slides
night.
in there nice and easy.
No, that's
You
what
could
the
be right.
problem is.
That's what it is.
Don't
I'm
hang
not-
around people like her.
Don't
And
blame me.
you would be sticking your finger up everybody's butt if it wasn't for Angela.
If it wasn't for me.
Look, yeah.
Oh.
She knows you, so from then on, they know you sticking fingers up butts.
Now, I want to talk about this too. Reasons that people break up other than infidelity. Okay. What's the reason that you would break up with somebody and this is for the guys out there that are listening, because sometimes I get a lot of emails with guys that want to get their girl back and they don't know how to do it and they don't know if she's still interested. Are you about to spit, L'Oreal?
Huh?
Are you about to spit?
I was trying to learn. Gigi was teaching me over here, but you messed it up.
What are some reasons that people actually break up other than cheating? Like, why would you break up with a guy?
If they just turn out boring, if I'm totally bored of them and nothing is new anymore, I'm not being surprised or wooed anymore, I'm just like, fuck this. Like, I might as well be single and live a boring life than be with you and have that.
Damn.
Do you know what I mean? But
Married to her ex.
so make sure you keep it hot and spicy, baby.
Yeah, right.
That's a good one.
So for me, lying. Lies, I hate a liar. So that'll be like the main thing that will make
lying
me...
about what? Because it's not cheating.
Well, I had a guy...
White lies or like big full-blown lies?
I do not like a little lie. I don't like a big lie. I was talking to this one guy once upon a time, and we were talking. He said, I've never done social media or nothing like that.
Ooh.
Found out the motherfucker had a whole Instagram page.
Did you follow him? Because that would have been funny.
No, but I did let him know that I seen this page. I was like, it's so funny what you know non-Instagram having self.
Right.
I just seen somebody post
Why
you.
do you lie about that?
I don't fucking know. And to this day, like, it's so crazy because
what a silly
I
thing
know
to lie
he
about.
listens to this. I'm sure he does.
He has a family.
He started fucking following me, and now I don't fuck with him or nothing. It's been years. He started following me like about a couple months ago. And I'm like, motherfucker, from the same Instagram page and all that. But he lied to the fucking death that he didn't have one. Even when I showed it to him, he was like, oh, no, my homegirl set this up with, like, tried to make a lie. And then finally he admitted to it.
That's
you
so
know?
weird.
Dumb thing to lie about.
Yeah, like.
That's over, though. From then on, it's like, even if I still speak to you, now I'm looking at you crazy. I'm never going to trust you. I'm never going to.
But thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
I've broken up with a guy before for lying about having like a whole family.
Well,
yeah.
Well, that'll do it.
Like when we first got together, he had just got out of jail, and he was like, "Oh, I just got out of jail, and my sister's pregnant, so she's always at her boyfriend's house, and I kind of like share her apartment until I get my own place or whatever." Long story short, that baby was his. That was his girlfriend.
Woo.
And when
so
I found out,
he was fucking his sister.
when I found out because he had gotten locked up, and he sent me to, mind you, he used to have me in this apartment all the time, and I used to talk so much trash on the sister because she had like really big feet and she would buy like cheap shoes, and I would always, I'm talking about like rainbow, I'll go and Steve Madden is cool, but like rainbow shoes, the Anna Marie, y'all know what I'm talking about, and then
plastic shoes.
Yeah, she wore like a 11 and a half or 12, so she had these big cheap ass shoes. And then she had like every Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works body spray like all lined up on her dress. So I used to talk so much. I talked so much trash about her. No, I've seen her. I seen her when she was pregnant.
Crying game.
I talked so much trash about her. And then so the reason that the way I found out was he had gotten locked up, and he sent me to the sister's apartment to get money from her, but she came down with the baby, and I like start talking to the baby, and I'm like, "Oh, you're so cute. What's your name?" And she's like, "Derek, just like my daddy." And I'm like,
So,
and the crazy part about it was
she knew about you.
He was eventually, so the crazy thing about it was he had eventually like moved into my house. He was paying all my bills and taking care of my daughter, like taking care of me. He was my boyfriend when I got locked up for 90 days, and he like paid all my bills and took care of my house and everything while I was in jail, like took care of my daughter and everything. And so it's like you living with me and taking care of my child, but you denying your own child.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
after years later, guess what? That baby not even his.
Whoa.
Oh, just like his daddy.
His name Derek and everything.
He had a little girl?
It was a boy.
Oh, boy, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why was the girl's name Derek?
No, it was a little boy. It was a
I've
little
been
boy.
hearing a lot of stories like that where bitches have been naming, like, and we talked about the name, but they'll name him after a man, and then come to find out it's not even
there.
the fucking.
Right.
I think they name them after them, probably like hoping and wishing.
yeah.
Like,
And then like you
Or
still
trying
have
to
that-
convince them.
And you have that bond afterward, like I can't leave.
Sure.
Little
Or maybe that's like the husband. I feel like some women try to make their sons to be the husbands that they never had, which I find a bit weird and
Preach,
creepy.
sis,
Do you know what I
preach.
mean? So I'm just like, that's a bit weird.
Especially on Instagram when they be dressing them
them
up
up.
like scammers.
Yep, exactly.
You're like, why your son is full looking like a whole scammer and he's not your man? They be matching with him.
Yep.
You're like, this ain't mommy, daughter, son thing. This is boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Nobody wants you though, sis.
Damn, L'Oreal.
You know who I'm talking about,
I know.
though. I'm taking
All
jabs.
right, now, yes, you
Wow.
are. Now, let's discuss something else. Have you ever dated somebody, right? And then they started hanging out with somebody that knows your whole past, like everybody.
Oh, shit. Shit.
Ooh.
Dating somebody.
So
Dating
let's just
someone.
say you're dating a dude, right? And then you see him on Instagram with a dude that knows your ex and knows mad shit about you. So you know all that stuff is about to come out. What do you do?
I haven't had that. I've just had like guys who I've messed around with before, and I've seen them in like an Instagram post, and I'm like, oh fuck,
Right.
like
They know each other.
they know each other, and yeah, no, I think that's the most I've had. Like I haven't ever been worried about a guy because it wouldn't even bother me. Actually, I think just two guys knowing each other that I've spoken to would probably scare me more than
Their friend.
yeah.
Have you ever had two guys that know each other that you talk to both of them?
No, never had that. Luckily,
Ooh.
I don't eat where I shit, so
Right.
it's good.
Light bulb.
Uh-oh.
Gigi, this happened to you?
Well, there's two people that I was with in the past, and I know that they have a mutual friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not with either one of them like currently, but I just found out that they have a mutual friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if there was like
Talking to each other,
yeah.
like telling it.
like I want to know like if they are actually friends, because I know that they're both really close friends with the mutual friend.
Right.
So I don't know if these two people are friends or not.
Might be hanging out.
Listen.
But I mean,
Uh-oh.
whatever.
I mean, it's not it just is what it is. Like, I hate Angela, y'all. That ass. Like, I cannot stand her. But, like, I just feel like niggas nowadays, certain ones, maybe not all,
They're
are kind of
gossipy?
fucking gossipy and lame as fuck.
Nowadays,
All right, always, you know.
they talk more than us.
Yeah,
They
niggas
do.
is the new bitch.
Because I'm wondering, do guys like do that? They're like, oh,
Yes,
you know,
they do.
You know, she
Yes,
used to
and
date my
you know what it
homegirl.
is because they be bragging. You know, guys like to brag and like tell all their business in the macho type of way, not really in the gossipy way, but
Right.
in a with bravado.
No, sometimes it's gossipy too. Cause you know, like, all right, I done been in the studio with everybody, cause I did music forever, and like I've sat back and even heard guys talk about certain females, and I'm just like, damn, sis, you dragging her like you a whole female and you want the nigga. You know what I mean? Like, dudes will really shit on a girl. Like, I don't know if it's that they man is bitter, they're bitter. I don't know what it is, but I've heard it happen. You know what I mean? And in a situation like I dealt with a guy or whatever, I dated a guy, and people knew I dated this guy. And then I see his friend is hanging around a guy that I was talking to or whatever. So it you know what I mean? It makes me feel a little uneasy to see it.
Like, what is he saying about
Because
me?
it's like, what is he saying? And you know that, especially if you know
Especially
the person
if it
is
didn't end
corny.
well. Especially if it didn't end well, and you're like, because we all have guys we dated in the past that we're
Right.
like, ew, why did I date him? And then we're like,
And shit, even the guy I'm talking about has told me stuff about the dude I used to date. So I know he probably
and you didn't
running
say,
his
you know,
mouth
I used to date him.
to the guy. So he kind of hinted to me that he
He
knew
knew?
that I used to date him. So I don't like talking about niggas that don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, now, if it was like an ex that like,
was
Mattered.
significant.
yeah, that mattered, that's anything. But like this nigga, he don't matter at all in life to me, nothing at all. Like, it was just a dub. Like, he a dub. So to me, I don't feel like I have to explain myself. Like, if you feel away, then because you found out, and then you talk to me about it, and then let me fix it that way. But I'm not about to just volunteer that I fuck with this. I
Yeah.
used to fuck with this clown because that's
unimportant.
what he is, a whole clown.
Damn. All right, well, thanks to him for listening. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
He probably is too. Like,
Hey, clown.
you know, I feel like any guy that I dealt with or like is listen to lip service or does listen to lip service because they think I'm gonna say something about them. Or sometimes I'll be talking about a whole nother nigga. They be like, I know you was trying to talk about me. No, sis,
You're
I
like,
was
no,
talking
you're-
about.
You're one out of many.
I've had
Relax.
that. I've had something similar
Right.
to that. A guy who I was messing around with. You guys say college. We say university back home. So we say university. So we used to mess around all the time. He was literally just a fuck buddy. But he was such an asshole. But he was an asshole with some good dick. Like, I can't deny it.
All right.
But ever since he seen me start doing my thing, especially with Simply Oloni and just sexuality, and he always used to ask, like, why don't you ever share your whole your host stories and stuff like that? And I'm just like, are you talking about my stories with you? Because I'm very open.
Right.
And he just started calling me every other type of, derogatory word. under the, we were just going at it via DM on Instagram. I was just like, that's why you were this. I was talking mad shit about his dick, but it was a lie. But, I just had to humble him a bit. And I realized that he had a girlfriend. I don't know if this is bad of me, but I went to his girlfriend and said, this is what your boyfriend is doing. He's trash. And just to let you know, he was trying to hit me up when you guys were still together. And I screenshotted it and I sent it to her. We had a phone call. She called me. I said, listen, if my man was a clown, I would want someone else to tell me.
Ooh.
So I'm telling you that
woman
your man
woman.
is a clown. And
Woman
it was
woman.
woman to woman. I had to.
He's a clown.
Did she stay with him after that?
Do you know what?
Cheers.
I was searching and she didn't tweet him that much. There was, when you search someone's name and you notice that the interaction between two parties are not the same anymore. It's calmed down a lot. So
it's embarrassing too, because when a girl does that, first of all, she automatically thinks you're going to be checking her timeline.
Yeah.
And she's embarrassed.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want you to see, I'm still talking to this dude, even though you gave me all this information.
And she is still checking her timeline.
Probably. But
what would have made him really mad is if you followed her.
I tried to. I'm very petty. Like, it would have been so good if he just left me alone. But since he started calling me every other name under the... I was just like, right. So, yeah.
And this is all because you ain't want to talk about his whack dick? Oh, no,
honestly, it was good. But because he was being disrespectful,
right.
Like, he should have just been like a normal person. Like, I see you doing your thing. Keep it up. But I think he was hating and he didn't want to admit it. So he was just coming at me, calling me a hoe. Everybody used to talk about you. And I was just like, no one used to talk about me. Stop lying. I was very quiet.
Was fucking me
right.
Exactly, right? So, yeah. And he was still checking for me. He was telling me to come and meet him. I was just like, to do what? He was just like, to do what you talk about. I was like, relationships. He was just like, nah, sex. I was like, nah, that's not happening.
Oh my God.
All right, well, Oloni, let's end on this one. You also said that monogamous relationships could be overrated. Are they?
They are.
And should we just accept that some of us are built to be with more than one person?
I think this is what I always say, like in a lot of cultures around the world, open relationships is actually a thing. I think even if we just look at headlines in the media, monogamy is not working. Why are we playing ourselves? I mean, I don't want to say his name, but we all know who.
Say the name, girl.
Tristan. I mean, look, like Tristan. Do you know what I mean? So monogamy is not built for everyone, and I think we'd save a lot of more heartbreaks if we were just honest and open and say, do you know what? Maybe I want to be in a relationship, but I would like to have someone on the side as well. And hopefully you can find someone who would be open to that. And it does exist. I went to a sex workshop where I was in a room full of people who were in polygamous relationships, and they look like regular people that you see on the subway.
Not aliens?
No. They look like regular, but you just would never know that they
look
were
like basketball players and rappers. And football players.
But what about women? Were there a lot of women?
It was women. It was actually the women who told me, this old white woman who was just like, yes, I have a husband and I've got a boyfriend. And I was just like, and your husband doesn't have anybody else? And she was just like, no. And I was just like, you look like a Liberian. I would never know that you have two men on the go. Like, it's so, but I was very happy and it was very eye-opening. So I just always tell people, like, don't try and force yourself into something. Are you built for
monogamy?
I wonder about it. I think that maybe in the long run I might be open to an open relationship, but I would definitely say monogamy is overrated. I've got good friends who are in open relationships and they're the happiest people ever.
If your boyfriend wanted to have an open relationship, like where he could date other women, you'd be down with that?
He doesn't need to date anyone else but me.
He could. So what are you at?
I was in an open relationship before.
Date, but see, I think we say differently. So if he wanted to sleep with another woman, that would be fine. But date as in have romantic feelings and going out.
Does he sleep with other women?
No, he doesn't. I'd kill him if he did. I hope not.
Right. But if he asked you and was open about it,
we'd have a conversation about it. We'd have to start off bit by bit, and then I think we'd work our way up into it, because it's not something you could just jump into. Like, let's be real. Like, it has to be baby steps, and then we come back, discuss it. How did you find it? Do you think this is something we can carry on doing? And if it works, then it works. But
I'm sorry, that shit ain't for me.
I was in an open relationship.
Right.
No.
Before.
Have you been in one?
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah.
She didn't know. No,
I didn't. No, we were very open about seeing other people. We had hella threesomes. And we were very open about seeing other people, but he was like super freak. He was a little older and he was like super freak, so he would want to know like details of me being with other guys.
That's a bit like cuckolding in a way.
He would want to know. Yeah, he would want to know. Like, he never wanted to like watch or be around, but he wanted to know. Yeah. He wanted to know details.
He's like, how
and it eventually ended because he got somebody else pregnant. and he lied to me about it. And it's like, I already knew you were fucking her, so now that she's pregnant, I'm not having no baby, so why lie?
This is the problem with an open relationship, and this is why, because now...
At some point, some point, something's gonna happen. There's gonna be a bitch that don't want an open relationship, and he's gonna try to make that bitch happy. And I just feel like with me, I'm not down with that shit. Like,
it lasted 2.5 years, though.
I mean, but that's not really that long. I mean, 2.5 years is
it was completely open the entire time. Like, we went into the relationship knowing that we were going to be in an open relationship.
I've never wanted to be in an open relationship. I'm not playing that shit.
Me either.
So I couldn't do it. But I also feel like as you get older, like when you're younger, you might feel that way. But then when you get older and
you
lazy,
start getting
like
lonely and you
don't want to share somebody because I'm too lazy for that shit. I'm not going out with other people. Yeah. He's not gonna go out with other people because I'm not cool with it. And at some point you're just like, okay, it's too much work.
With me and him, though, it was more like we were together. We just had sex with other people. Like, I wasn't in a whole nother relationship with anybody else.
It's open.
Raw sex, though. That's what the problem is. And that's a relationship
come inside you sex.
Yeah, like, relationship thing is raw sex to me. Yeah. Like, I'm not just going around having raw sex with this person, that person. But that's going to be someone I'm with.
That's the thing, though. Open relationships, I feel like they're more open and honest.
Right.
And... thing with monogamy is everybody lies.
Listen, you can be in a committed relationship with your significant other that's passing out raw dick to every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Oh no, that's
Mary.
Beyond
open relationship.
Every
like,
Tia, Diane, and Mary.
That's beyond the fact.
Yeah.
Well, Oloni, let people know where they can find you. Let's talk about the GoFundMe because we are going to donate also because we want this book to come out.
Thank you so much.
Copy, and we want our name on it.
Yes, thank you so much. So my book will be coming out hopefully at the end of this year, November, fingers crossed. It's called The Big O, as you know. Find me on simplyoloni.com. And just about the book, like I said before, it's about sexuality, relationships for millennials. So I'll be talking about everything from sugar daddies to open relationships to the LGBT community also. So it's going to be very interesting and I can't wait. But yeah, please do find me.
Can you talk about autofellatio?
Autofellatio. I haven't heard this word. Not fellatio.
Google it.
Okay.
I know. Hold on.
We've seen that before.
You ain't talk about your LGBT. How you say it?
LGBTQ.
You ain't talk about your LGBT experiences.
Me?
She's not talking to me. She knows me.
So I've never... See, I think that I could be, a trisexual, but I've never ever gone that, all the way. Like, I've always found, like, women attractive because I feel like we are the beautiful sex. Like, I feel like we're more attractive than men in general. But I don't know if I'd go all the way there. I think I'd be a very terrible lesbian. So I'm just like,
Why
maybe.
would you be a terrible lesbian?
So I don't know what to do. I'd be nervous. Like, I've had so much, not had so much dick, but I've experienced.
We know you're infinite dicks.
Oloni.
Yes. Let us know.
I feel like I've been in so many hetero relationships that I'm experiencing that in that sense. So to be with someone who's the same sex as me, it would be starting all over again, and I'd just be nervous.
So you gotta get whack head, is what you're saying.
Let me tell you.
But you know what's interesting is the fact that lesbians have more orgasms than a heterosexual relationship, which I think is amazing.
It's like 3D masturbation. It's like, why play with yourself when you can play with her and she'll play with you too?
This is autofellatio.
This is too funny.
Oh my goodness.
What, sucking your own dick?
Yeah.
Wow.
How do people get that flexible? Because I can't even
There's contortionists and
wow.
They stretch their backs.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to see nobody suck
Spine
their own
stretching
dick
exercises.
Like, that's fucking gross, bro. Like, that shit is gross.
How do you do that? What crosses your mind? Like, let me try.
You know what? I don't find nobody tonight to do it.
I want to
suck my own dick.
Well, you want to do something right, you got to do it yourself.
Like, how do you know how to suck your dick right? That's how.
You know what you like.
No, this is what I'm saying, though. But, like, I had to learn to really suck dick from sucking dick. You get what I'm saying? Like,
practice makes perfect.
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
You don't think you can know what you want to do for yourself?
So you think you can eat pussy right now?
My own?
Like, I'm just saying.
I mean, you make yourself come with your fingers, right?
I'm sure.
If you make yourself come with your fingers, why can't you make yourself come with your tongue?
I wouldn't be able to eat pussy. Like, I feel like, first of all, I'd be like, no.
I would be like, no, I wouldn't want to do
it.
What
am I supposed to do? Like,
yeah, I would just probably want to use a.
You know what you like done, right?
And let's keep it real. Sucking dick isn't that hard.
No, sucking dick is pretty hard after a while.
Because you have to make sure there's no teeth. Your jaw has to be on point. There has to be no saliva.
A guy's not gonna bite himself.
Does this part of your lips get like the dent in it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What?
That should be silk right over here from your two front teeth.
Yeah.
Never
So
mind.
you just be biting the dick.
No, I don't. I haven't been a dick since I was a teenager.
Well, this is the biting dick protector. So
Yeah.
you got her girl here like this.
I brought you guys presents as well.
Oh,
so from
thank you.
says consent is sexy.
That's right.
Because
You
it
hear
just
that, Gigi?
No rapist allowed.
yeah.
They
because-
like it when I take it.
Let's just say role play. Okay?
Yeah.
Can
Role
we
play.
change? Let me get a Sharpie. I'm going to put no in front of hers. So no consent.
No.
It's sexy for Gigi.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
coming through.
Oloni.
It
so
is
much
a
for
service.
having
We
me.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
And we are supporting you and your book and your
Thank
movement.
you so
and-
much. Make sure you pre-order it.
All right. Lip service.